Welcome back to Living Local, based on the classic 1993 Warner Brothers film starring Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Anne Margaret. Grumpy Old Men, the musical, takes over Circa 21 stage through May 6th. And joining me and Jonathan in the studio are two of the stars and Quad City icons, Tom Walljasper and Brad Hauskins. Hey, fellas.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Groovy.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in and being grumpy with us this morning. We were really
grumpy.
Hey.
Good morning.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a little too cheery right now, I think.
Okay, all right, we can do grumpy. Don't worry about that.
So, Tom, for those not familiar with this story, give us the elevator pitch on Grumpy Old Men.
Okay, so simply it's basically two dudes who have known each other since they were kids. And a while back, an interesting dichotomy was wedged into their relationship, a woman. That's pretty much
all it takes.
That's simple enough, man.
And they put some music with it, and they called it a musical. So here we are.
Yeah.
You're having a good time. The second time around for you,
Yeah.
Tom. And you've been in it before too, Brad. But this is a different role for you.
Very different.
Stepping into it. Yeah. And what's that been like to step into it?
To step into a different role?
Yeah.
Well, great, because I've been I had the opportunity to stand back and watch the character before I took it on, and so it's cool, but it's a little surreal, because sometimes in rehearsal somebody will say, okay, go stand over here, and that was me last time, so I'll walk over and say, what are you doing, Brad? But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
And so it's based on the very popular film starring Lemmon and Matthau. Were you guys fans of the film?
I never saw it.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw it when it first came out, and that was the last time I've seen it.
Oh man, it's good. You should check it out.
I haven't been avoiding it. I just it's one of
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed it when it first came out, and I saw it. I was like, this is great.
Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
One of the best blooper reels ever. Too, at the end of the
Burgess Meredith.
I've seen the blooper reel, so yeah.
That's fantastic. So, you guys are both stepping into like very iconic roles too. I guess since you haven't seen the film in a while, it's really not that strange to you. But with Matthau and Lemmon, like those two are kind of tied to these characters now. And how hard is that to kind of separate the iconic performances from who you are now?
They're icons themselves.
Well, they are.
Natural fit,
stop.
right?
Yeah. No, you don't want to walk in thinking that you're going to go in and play Jack Lemmon playing John Gustafson. You know, you have to approach it as your particular take on it, but you also have to respect the fact that a lot of people are going to be coming to see the show that love the movie. So you don't want to say, well, I'm just going to make every opposite choice I can and be completely different. You kind of want to respect what other actors have brought to the role, not just Jack Lemmon, but I'm remembering what our John last time did. He did some really funny things, and I'm like, I'll steal them. I'm not too proud.
And people don't even know the names of the characters. They ask you, are you playing the Matthau or Lemmon role?
Say, and I had to I think it's the Jack Lemmon role. But
So the stage show obviously differs from the movie. It's a musical. What do you think the music adds to the overall flavor of it?
Well, I think it adds maybe the fun, bouncy kind of vaudeville-esque feeling that it wants to have.
It also adds the opportunity for the ensemble to express themselves in a lot of really fun ways. This is a great show to celebrate all those other characters that surround these two guys, and that the music is really where they get to express themselves the most.
This is a character actor show more than any show I've probably done.
It's an old actor show.
Old in the
Grumpy old actor.
And it is a charming musical, retelling of it, and I think it kind of retained a lot of the heart that it has, and I think there's some really nice moments. It's an interesting musical because it kind of didn't go very much further than the regional circuit, and I got to wonder, on some ways, why they didn't keep working on it, because I don't think it's a finished. I think it's still a work in progress, because we even have two different scripts. And is that kind of cool to work on something that maybe is still in a process?
Oh, yeah. I guess it's always nice when something, I like things that there aren't a lot of references for,
Sure.
because then you can just take it off the page.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge for me as an actor is I don't have to reference this or look at this actor. What's on the page here, and how can I show that? That's the nice thing about a piece that hasn't been done a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So, because I am a young actor, young,
So
not young anymore,
right. Wow.
nearly 40, but I'm always looking for advice in ways to kind of improve what I'm doing. And so, what's a piece of advice you guys would give to somebody younger that's kind of in this business trying to figure it all out? I mean, obviously a lot has changed since the pandemic too. But Tom, what's a piece of advice first?
Actually, I learned this, and I was doing this, but when I heard Tom Hanks say this, it kind of substantiated what I always have done. Man, make sure you have a balance in your life. That don't surround yourself with all showbiz stuff.
Yeah.
When you're not doing something, you're not listening to show tunes, you're not watching movies. I mean, if you like cooking or going to theme parks or baseball, I think it's really important to have that balance, because then you can identify really the similarities and differences you have with your characters even more, but you got to know who you are and have that balance. That's really important.
Yeah, Brad, do you have any beautiful thoughts?
Oh, well, I just tell him to go talk to Tom. I get, I would say that's great. That's great advice, and I would say just be positive, not just talking to a young person in the performing world, but also in anything that they want to do. You're gonna hit some roadblocks, and you're gonna strike out sometimes, and those are opportunities as well. A lot of times in theater, we tend to let not getting the part break our spirit.
Yeah.
Define us, who we are as humans.
And not getting not getting that role that you auditioned for is an opportunity to go after something else. So I would say, just be positive, because it is never going to be easy, but it's going to pay off.
Awesome. Well, dudes, thanks so much for being here. This has been so awesome, so rad.
See you again.
For more information, you can visit circa21.com, and all those details will be posted on ourquadcities.com. More